Hi there, my name is Brenda and I'm going to take you through a yoga practice. I've left the doors open intentionally to hopefully that you can hear the refreshing rain out there on the day that I'm filming this. So I'd like to title this one Yoga Reset, Refresh, Renew. So sometimes we need to hit the reset button, and if you want to just think about it, a spot between your eyes, right above your eyes, about the middle of your forehead, you can just tap that to help reset. And then you can think about your computer, the refresh button. So you want to refresh. So again, reset, refresh, and that will help renew us, just like the rain out there. Make things green and grow and pretty. So we can get some produce and vegetables out of our garden and flowers as well. So find your way onto the front edge of a block. If you don't have your yoga block, you can use a firm pillow or a bolster, and then a stretch strap, yoga strap, or if you don't have one, remember you can always just take an old towel and cut it into strips, and that works well. Plus it's real comfortable on the feet. So let's sit on the front edge of our block, one heel in front of the other, if our ankles and hips allow, or one leg can be out in front, or both. And then we're going to draw the shoulders over our hips. And think about sitting nice and tall, our energy going up from our root, the base of our spine, all the way up through the crown of our head. And then close your eyes as I walk you through some basics. So feel free to eliminate stretches, poses, asanas that are not for you today or any day. Feel free to change it up. Put your little flair on it, your little twist, your personality. As always, you can do part of the practice or all of it, depending upon what you have time for in the moment. So as we continue to sit tall on the front edge of our block, we can relax the shoulders a little more. If we need to, just kind of wiggle them out and let the extra tension go. And just let it flow away. And let's soften all the facial muscles a little more, including the mouth. Let it relax. You can rest your tongue on the roof of your mouth to help relax our jaws a little more. And now let's relax the abdomen just a little more so that we can easier and better belly breathe. As we inhale through the nose, let the stomach rise and the ribs expand, ballooning out and filling the lungs completely with air. And gently exhale when we're ready. Ribs glide down and in towards the pelvis, blowing all the air out. Inhaling through the nose, stomach rises, ribs expand, lungs fill. And when we're ready, gently exhale. And keeping our thoughts together on slow belly breathing for a few more rounds. And then flutter the eyes open, bring our hands to heart center, preparing for chest and back opener. Draw the forearms together, lift up through our center. Inhale, reach for the side walls. And then exhale as the hands and forearms come back together. So as we flow with the arms, we're going to try to keep the spine and head still. So chest and back opener, going through our own range of motion throughout our practice. Let's do one more. And then reversing it. Come down through the center. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Still trying to get the forearms to come together as soon as we can and for as long as we can to stretch out our middle back. Let's do one more. Good job. Seated twist to the right. Take the right hand close to the glute, left hand on the outside of our thigh. Inhale, sit a little taller, and then rotate from the base of our spine, nice and slow, one vertebra at a time. Shoulders relaxed. You can close the eyes again and try to belly breathe a little bigger again, a little slower. Inhale and exhale, derotate, come back center, changing sides. Left hand close to the glute, right hand on the outside of our thigh. Inhale, growing taller. Exhale, rotating when we're ready. Feel free to stay in the poses longer or come out of them sooner based on what you want today. Inhale and exhale, derotate, come back center. Let's put the opposite foot in front or on top. So again, lining the heels up, one in front of the other if our body allows. Shoulders over the hips. Again, right hand close to the glute, left hand on the outside of our thigh. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, rotate. Inhale and exhale, derotate, come back center. Once more to our left. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, rotate. Never forcing a stretch or a pose. Inhale and exhale, derotate, come back center. Good job. Let's go ahead and extend our left leg out long. You can flex the foot. Place the right hand close to the glute. Push the floor away. Lift the hips a little or a lot and lift our left arm up. You can reach it bicep next to the ear, big old stretch. Inhale and exhale, return to the block and take the right arm over the top. So a side stretch of the body. And then lift and open, hips high. And then return to the block. Try to make a C curve on our spine. And let's do that once more on this side. Push the floor away, lift the hips. Inhale and exhale, return to the block and over the top once more. And then return center. Let's change sides. Left foot in, right leg out. Left hand close to the glute, right arm reaches up, lift the hips nice and high. Big old stretch, reach the fingers and the toes. And then return to the block and go back over the top. C curve on our left side. And then again, push the floor away, lift the hips. Big old stretch again. Hear that refreshing rain, I hope you can. So again, reset, renew, refresh. And last time, again, hips high. And return center. Great job. Go ahead and bring the legs back together, one heel in front of the other. Draw the shoulders over the hips, hands behind us, fingertips or fists for wrists, and then lift the hips again. So opening up the front side of the body, hips high, and lower the hips down, and we're going to change. Opposite foot in front, still sitting on the front edge of the block. Again, push the floor away, fingertips or fists, lift the hips one more time. And return to the block. Nice job. Let's go ahead and come up to kneeling, and we're going to find our strap. And I'm going to get you started, and then I'm going to go shut so my shades don't get wet with the rain. So you're going to sit on the block if you want. You can walk between the hips and the heels. And we're going to take the strap behind us, and then we're going to bring it in front, trying not to move the arms. So again, you keep doing that. I'm going to go fix my shade so my house doesn't get wet. And again, refreshing rain. Let's reset, renew, refresh. And after you finish the one you're on, great job. Go ahead and place that behind you. And we're going to take the block on our left side. And we're going to take our right leg out as long as we can. We're going to have the toes pointing straight ahead. So try not to toe out. Try to square the outside edge of your foot with the edge of your mat. And then we're going to reach through the fingertips so our gate pose. Again, I hope you really can hear that rain. It sounds wonderful. Inhale and exhale. Come over the top. So our hand can be on our thigh, reach through the middle. So stretching again the side body on our left. And then let's do that again. You can reduce the block height if you want. Reach through the fingertips, make sure the right leg is active. Let the muscles hug the bone. Inhale and exhale, reverse it. Up and over. Good. Let's do that once more. Again, if you'd like, reduce the block height or take it away. Make the right leg straight and strong. Inhale and exhale, up and over. Using our core to get us from side to side. And return center. Let's change. So place a block on the right side. Left leg out long. Again, square the foot off. Try not to toe out. Keep the hips closed. And then hugging our left thigh with our muscles again. And then hips stay underneath us as we go up and over. So C curve on our right side. Again, left hand can support on our leg or come through the middle. Inhale and exhale. Reverse it. Reduce the block height if you wish. Keep it stretching strong with the left leg. Reach it. Inhale and exhale, up and over. Good job. Inhale and exhale, reverse once more. Reduce the block height if you choose or eliminate it. Keep the left leg straight and strong. Good. Inhale up and exhale. Come back center last time. And come on the way back in. Step your left leg in. And let's prepare for cat-cow. So knees are going to go underneath our hip bones. Straight up and down. Make sure we don't have them too far back or too far forward. Hands directly underneath our shoulders. Push the floor away, so engaging all the knuckles in our fingers. So I call them starfish hands. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, cat. Drop the tailbone down to the mat. Hollow out the low belly. Pretend like someone's tickling you and you're trying to pull away from their fingers around your back. Spread the shoulder blades. Head hangs last. Inhale, cow. Tailbone up. Sitting bones open. Round the spine down towards the mat. Drop the shoulders away from the ears as the head comes up last. And then flowing back and forth, cat-cow. Tailbone down, hollow out. Round and spread. Head hangs last. Inhale, cow, tailbone up. Draw the shoulders down, collarbones wide, head comes up. Let's do that a few more times, just moving at your own speed, as slow as you can get your body to go. And return to a neutral spine. Draw the big toes together. Let's sit back into extended child. So remember the pillow or your block can go between the hips and the heels for a little lift. If it's uncomfortable for you to sit on your heels or they just don't quite reach. It can also go underneath your forehead. So knees wide to start, arms long. Think about taking the breath into the back of the lungs for a few rounds. Take one more breath here. And then draw the hands in underneath the shoulders. Lightly tuck the chin in. Let's roll ourselves up, stacking our spine one leg above the time. Head, neck, and alignment last. And let's go right into our half pigeon posture to stretch out our hips a little bit. So come to all fours again, quadruped position. And we're going to bring our left ankle directly in front of our right knee. Try to get the sole of the foot to face the ceiling. Hold on to the foot to keep the leg in place, and then walk your right leg back as far as you comfortably can. So again, comfortably, it shouldn't be painful. Square the pelvis off, make sure you're not opened up to the right. And then lower yourself down as much or as little as you'd like. You're going to be feeling a nice stretch outside of your left hip. I'll turn it face front so you can see it from a different angle, in case this is a new stretch for you. So again, knee goes out to the wall to your left, lower down a little or a lot. And then breathing into those tight spots as always. If you need to, you can kind of wiggle into it. Just try to not tense up. So again, using that block for support underneath the left hip or the forehead, so it's a pleasant stretch. Let's take one more breath here. And then slide the hands in about halfway, and then take some or all the bend out of your elbows. Reach the sternum forward. And change angles for you to be able to see. And then once you come all the way up, again, hips will be elevated, that's okay. And you can reach your arms for the ceiling. An option of choice. And then bring the hands to heart center. Go ahead and bow forward, and let's change sides. So now we're going to bring the left ankle in front of the right knee. Try to get the right knee to point to our right wall. Sole of the foot faces the ceiling. Hold on to your right foot, and then walk the left leg back. Again, a comfortable position. So now you're going to be feeling it in the right glute and hip. Block can go underneath there to take some of the weight out of it if the stretch is more intense than you want or you need today. You can also put it underneath the forehead for a little lift. So again, coming down a little, none, or all the way. And breathe into those tight spots. And let's take one more breath here, nice and slow. And then slide the hands in about halfway. Take some or all the bend out of the elbows, reach the sternum forward. And once you can walk the hands all the way in and lift up. Great job. Hands come to heart center. Go ahead and bow forward, returning to all fours. Put your block off to the side if you have it close. And we're going to walk out into our plank pose. So standing on hands and knees or hands and toes. Again, knees or toes. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. So hips go up and back. Push the mat away with our big hands as we press our chest towards our thighs. Think about pressing the front of the thighs to the back of them just as strong as we can, engaging our quads, protecting our knees. If you want, pedal your feet, walk your dog. Eyes, as always, can be open or closed. Do one more breath here, downward facing dog. Inhale up on the toes. Exhale, come forward into your plank. Again, hands and knees or hands and toes. Lower the body as one unit. Top of the feet flat. Let's say cramp elbows, hug the ribs, inhale, and exhale, half cobra. Not using the arms at all. Belly breathing, rising and falling with our breath. Good. And return to the mat. You're going to go ahead and roll over to your right and then onto your back, incline plank. So fingers point towards our heels, or towards our hips. We're going to point the toes and then lift the hips a little or a lot, as high as we can. So it's okay if it's just a couple inches. If it needs to stay down and you just straighten the arms and lift the heart, the chest, that's fine as well. Incline plank. And then lower the hips, roll back onto our bellies. Elbows hug the ribs, inhale, and exhale, half cobra. If you wish, sweep your hands around by your side. Fingers reach for the outside of our ankles. Trying to rise and fall with our belly breath again. Massage our diaphragm with our breath and our weight. And then return to the mat. Hands underneath the shoulders, dig the feet in hip distance apart. Inhale and exhale, down dog. So hips go up and back again.
Push the mat away with our big hands. Press our chest towards our thighs. See how close we can get our chest to our thighs. Let's go ahead and bend the knees. And then exhale, straighten the legs. Sustain. Taking our breath into the tight spots as always. Inhale up on the toes. Exhale, come forward into your plank. Hands and knees or hands and toes. Lower the body as one unit. Top of the feet flat. Inhale. And exhale, half cobra. Back of the neck is long. Feet stay down. Inhale. And exhale to lower. Roll over to the right. And going back into incline plank. Point the toes. Push the floor away, lift the heart, and lift the hips, a little or a lot. Good. Lower the hips down. Roll over onto our belly one more time. Elbows hug the ribs, inhale. And exhale, half cobra. If you wish, interlock your hands behind your back. Reverse completion. Inhale and exhale to lower to the mat. Hands underneath the shoulders. Dig the feet in hip distance apart. Inhale and exhale, down dog. So hips up and back again. Let's pick up the right foot, place it behind the left ankle as we press our chest nice and strong towards our left thigh. Keep pushing the mat away. Big hands. And then uncross, changing sides. Left ankle behind the right. Press our chest towards our right thigh. And then uncross the ankles. Inhale up on the toes. Exhale, lower the knees to the mat. Push back into your extended child. Knees together or knees apart. With or without the block. Remember, the block can go underneath the forehead or between the hips and the heels. Now let's draw the hands underneath our shoulders. Try to keep the hips and the heels connected. Lightly tuck the chin and roll ourselves up. Stacking our spine, returning to diamond. Great job. So knees stay wide. Let's go ahead and bow forward. Dig the toes in and sit back. So knees wide into our Hindu squat. Feel free to walk the legs out wider to keep the heels connected. You can also counterbalance in front. And then staying here with the arms out in front or hands at heart center to come up to rise. Or you can place your hands on your thighs. Just avoid the knees themselves. Inhale and exhale, drive up to standing. Let's come into the center of our mat. So again, reset, reboot, and refresh. So feet about hip distance apart, big toes straight across. And let's reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Pretend like we have a tomato on our left waistline. And we're going to round over. We're not going to crush it. So again, we want to use that for sandwiches. Don't collapse. Think up and over. Good. Inhale and exhale to rise. Once more, stretching out our side bodies. So get your tomato out. Again, don't crush it. Left arm up, round over it. Shoulders and hips in the same plane. So try not to come forward with the chest and back with the bottom. Inhale and exhale to rise. Let's go ahead and take the arms up to cactus or Y or completion. Again, get the tomato out, put it at the left waistline, round over it. Draw your inner thighs a little closer together. Try to hug your ears with your upper arms, your biceps. Inhale and exhale, come center. Relax the shoulders. Put the tomato at the right waistline and round over it again. Don't squish it. Hug the ears. Draw your inner thighs towards each other. Inhale and exhale to rise. Hands come to heart center. Preparing for tree. Make the weight heavy in our left leg. Right kickstand comes out. Stay low. or grow the trunk. Pick it up, slide it up, pushing them into each other. Again, rain, helping everything grow, renewing, refreshing. And then hands to heart center, nice job. And release. Let's change sides. Gently brace, kick, stand out for your trunk. And then again, pick it up or slide it up, place it where you want it today. Pushing them into each other. As always, push the floor away. Growing branches of choice. You can always stay at heart center. Good job. Hands back to heart center. And then release. Going right into dancer's pose. So gently brace again. Find your focal point. Weight heavy in the left leg, right leg lifts. So you can touch and go. Practice with this. Remember, you can always be close to a wall if you like. To give yourself a little more security. Drop the hand if you want more. Grab the foot. Outside in step. Draw the knees close. Push the floor away so it's easy to bend the supporting leg. Push it away. And then kick into it. Again, touch and go. Lord of the dance. Wiggle around. Good. Breathe. Inhale and exhale to exit. Super job. Let's change sides. Gently brace, find your focus. Weight heavy in the right leg. Right leg lifts. Again, touch and go. Drop the hand, grab the foot if you wish. Draw the knees close. Push and lengthen. And then kick into it. Inhale and exhale to exit. Great job. Let's go ahead and find our strap again. We're going to floss the shoulder again. So feet hip distance apart. And we're going to take the strap from back to front. So you might find it's easier now that you're standing. Try not to move the torso again, the spine. If you need if you can't keep your arms straight, one time bend the right elbow, the next time the left. If you need more of a stretch, move your hands closer together. So flossing the shoulder. And let's take it overhead and then stretch the strap. I want you to pull, like you're trying to pull it apart. Get your tomato out and round over it. So really working on our sides of our body today. And then come back center. Stretch your strap, pull it apart, round over your tomato. Good. Inhale and exhale, come center. Go ahead and place the strap behind you. And we're going to go standing knee to chest. So lots of balancing one-legged work as we start our standing part. Gently brace, weight heavy in the left leg. Right leg comes up to tabletop. You can flex the foot. Push the floor away with the left leg. Let's take the arms out to T. So when we add movement, we add more of a challenge for our balance. So don't worry if you wiggle around a little bit. And now let's take the arms up to cactus. Keep pushing the floor away. Stand as tall as you can. Bring the hands to heart center. And release the right leg back to our mat. Good. Gently brace. Left leg comes up to tabletop. Push the floor away. Take the arms out to T if you wish. Remember, everything's a choice. Flex the left foot. Arms up to cactus. Breathe. Hands to heart center. And release. Good job. From here, going into our triangle. Bend the knees, step or jump wide. About 3 to 3.5 feet apart, depending upon how tall we are. Right foot turns out 90 degrees. Left foot turns in 20. And the heel of the front foot is in line with the arch of the back. Both thighs are hugged. Both thigh bones are hugged with our quads. Slide the ribs to your right. Push the left hip out and then cartwheel over into your triangle. So we're looking for a straight line from our top wrist to our shoulder. So our top shoulder and our bottom shoulder, right and left. Palm of the hand faces the front. If you want a little more, gaze up towards the extended hand. Good. Bring the gaze back center. Inhale, and exhale, drive through the left leg to come up. Arms up or down as we change sides. So left foot out 90, right foot in 20. Hug the thigh bones. Slide the ribs to your left. Push the right hip out. Cartwheel over when you're ready. If you choose, add the gaze over the extended hand for more of a challenge. Again, only if you want it, only if you need it. And let's bring the gaze center. Inhale, and exhale, drive through the right leg to come up. Arms coming down as we change sides. So right foot out, left foot in, hug the thigh bones. Arms up, shoulders down. Slide it out, cartwheel over. Good. Top arm reaches for the side wall. Make sure we're hugging the right thigh bone. Ragdoll, gravity assist. Think about pressing the outside of your left foot into the floor a little more, lifting the arch of our left foot. Top arm lifts. Add the look. Bring the gaze center. Inhale, and exhale, drive through the left leg to come up. Nice work. Changing sides again. Left foot out, right foot in. Arms up, shoulders down. Slide it out. Cartwheel over. Good. If you wish, reach the top arm for the side wall. Lift the arch of the right foot. Our ragdoll. Top arm extends. If you wish, look at it. Good. Bring the gaze back center. Inhale. And exhale. Drive through the right foot to come up. Nice job. Arms come down. Both feet point straight ahead. Bend the knees. Step or jump the feet back together. Nice work. So from here, we're going to go into our chair. So I'll turn to the side to make it easier to see. Feet about hip distance apart. Gently brace at heart center. So it's a light push. And then sit back. You want to maintain a neutral spine. It's really easy to overarch. You shouldn't feel pain or pressure down. Nice and long. Growing our arms of choice. If we look down, we should be able to see our toes. If our knees cover our toes, we have too much weight forward. Shift it back. Remember, you never have to elevate the arms. You never have to lift them up. Again, neutral spine. Make sure we're not overarching. Pull the low belly muscle in. I call it the seatbelt muscle. Inhale and exhale. Straighten the legs. Lift the heart. Chest expansion. Open. Think about making the spine long, especially in the low back. Don't push down. Inhale and exhale. Sit back into chair. Make sure you can see the toes. Grow your arms if you wish. Inhale and exhale. Chest expansion. Lift. Create some more length in the low back. Inhale and exhale. Sit back. We'll do one more of each. Make sure you can see your toes. Add arms of choice or stay at heart center. Inhale and exhale. Lift and open the heart one more time. And return to heart center. Great job. So from here, going into side angle. So step or jump the legs a little wider than our triangle. Once more, the heel of the right foot should be in line with the arch of the left. The left foot turns in. Again, that protects the knee, so important. Arms go up to T. We're going to bend our front knee up to 90, and then bring the hand or the forearm to the thigh, not the knee. So let's stay off the joint. Make sure we're not rolled forward. If we can, pull her back. Go ahead and lift the arch of the left foot a little more. Low belly snug. Growing top arm position of choice. And now think about stretching the mat with your feet, like you're trying to pull it apart. That makes those leg muscles contract and hug a little more. Now let's keep the legs still and reverse our warrior. Relax the shoulders. Gaze can be to the side wall or up towards the extended hand. Again, reset. Renew, refresh. Inhale and exhale, side angle, back up and over. Great job. Head follows the path of the spine. That's really easy to bring it forward or to look up or look down. Try not to. Inhale and exhale, straighten the back leg. And let's change sides. Left foot out, 90, right foot in. Let's go ahead and bend our left knee up to 90 degrees. Hand or form to the thigh. Hopefully you can hear the birds out there. They're happy after getting all that rain, and they're searching for worms so they can help renew their bodies. Let's keep the legs still and then reverse the warrior. Pelvis again is level. Try not to drop the front hip. Soften the mouth and the eyes. Inhale and exhale, side angle. Up and over. Great job. Inhale and exhale to rise. Arms coming down. Let's change sides. Right foot out, left foot in. Arms up to T. And then bend the front knee up to 90. Hand or form to the thigh. Top arm position of choice. If you wish, reach around and you can grab the waist, the small of your back. Over time, you're going to grab the inside of your right hip. Sometimes when we do that, the front knee likes to buckle in. Try not to allow it to happen. Sometimes the top shoulder likes to roll forward. Pull her back, tuck the hips under. Seatbelt snug. If you wish, look over your top shoulder. And then bring the head center. You can release the wrap or keep it, and then reverse the warrior. Level off the pelvis if the front hip happened to drop. Inhale and exhale to exit. Straighten the legs, release the arms, and let's change sides one more time, please. Left foot out, right foot in, arms up, shoulders down. Bending the front knee up to 90 degrees, and then hand or form to the muscle. If you wish, right hand at the waist, small the back, or grab the inside of the left hip. And really stretch the mat again. Lift the arch of the right foot if you want to go over the shoulder. Bring the gaze center. Inhale. Keep the wrap or release it, then reverse our warrior. Good. Inhale and exhale to exit. Arms come down. We're going to turn both feet out. So toes wide, and we're going to get our inner thighs a little bit more. So spreading the legs as wide as you like. So on this one, our chest is going to go forward, our hips are going to go back. So we're going to have our hands again on the muscle, not the knees themselves. You can come all the way down to your mat or use your block. So I want you to feel a nice stretch on your inner thigh on the right side. So toes are turned down on both legs. And then walk through the middle and change sides. You may notice a difference from side to side. The extended leg is still active, so let's point the toes, hug the bones. And then walk through the middle. Let's do it again once more, each way. Relax the shoulders. Good job. And now let's do it again once more. And return center. So right in the middle. Go ahead and toe heel it in just a little bit. Drop the hips back into Hindu. Good. Make sure you breathe. Inhale and exhale. Drive up to standing. Nice job. Let's step the feet back together. And we're going to prepare to lower. And we're going to do a few one-legged down dogs. So coming into the end of our mat. And we're going to raise up and balance on the balls of our feet. So feet parallel or staggered is always an option. And you can always come down any way that makes your knees happy. So again, doing what's right for you. Slide down that imaginary wall. And then you're going to go ahead and bow forward. And we're going to walk it out into our plank. So we can be on hands and knees or hands and toes in our plank. Inhale and exhale, hips up and back. So staying in two-legged down dog, or if you wish, lift the right leg up. Point the toes, open up the hips as we press our chest a little stronger to our left thigh. And then if you want, you can bend the knee, lower leg hang spiral open, look underneath the right arm. So try not to bring the weight forward. Push the floor away. Nice. And now straighten the right leg. Lower it back to the mat, but place the right foot behind the left ankle. Press our chest towards our left thigh a little more. Again, big old stretch. Lower left leg, calf Achilles. And then uncross the ankle. Inhale up on the toes. Exhale, lower the heels. Stay here if you wish. Left leg up, point the toes. Push the mat away. If you wish, bend the knee, lower leg hang spiral open, look underneath our left arm. Again, don't bring the weight forward. Push it away. See how close you can get your chest to your right thigh. And now let's straighten the leg, point the toes, derotate the hips. Bring our left foot down behind our right ankle. Press our chest towards our right thigh as strong as we can. Good. Uncross the ankles. Inhale up on the toes. Exhale, lower the heels. Sustain. Inhale up on the toes. Exhale, lower the knees to the mat. And let's push back into extended child. Again, block between the hips and the heels or underneath our forehead. Now let's draw the hands underneath the shoulders. Lightly tuck the chin in. Let's roll ourselves up. Again, stacking our spine. Coming into diamond. Great job. So let's go ahead and find our way onto our backs. Any way you'd like. So block close by in case you want to use it as a pillow. Definitely have our stretch strap close by. So we're going to go ahead and do just a few bridge rolls. Arms are by your side, feet about hip distance apart, eyes open or closed. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, pelvic tilt. And then peel the spine away from our mat, one vertebra at a time. Hips are high, looking for that straight line from the knees to the hips to the ribs over time. Inhale at the top and exhale, roll down. Try not to use the arms. Return to a pelvic tilt and tailbone touches last. Return to a neutral spine. Inhale, exhale, pelvic tilt. Slowly roll up. Think about aiming your knees over the toes. Engage the glutes. Inhale and exhale, roll down, melting to our mat. Hollow out the low belly. Tailbone touches last. And return to a neutral spine. Inhale and exhale, pelvic tilt. Roll up. Inhale and exhale, melt down. Relax the arms, the mouth. Tailbone touches last. And return to a neutral spine. Let's take the arms out to T. And step the feet a little further away from our bodies, and we're just going to do what I like to call mini windshield wipers. Just take the knees side to side, keep the shoulders down. So only going as far as your body likes, side to side with the knees. The hips will move. We keep the shoulders still. And then we're going to hold to one side. If you wish, look over the opposite shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Everything comes center. And let the knees go to the other side. If you wish, look over the other shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Everything comes center. Nice job. Pick up the hips, set them down. Let's find our strap. We're going to put the strap around the ball of our left foot. So right below the toes, and then extend the leg, create a gentle stretch on the back of the leg. I like to say pleasant. It should not be painful. If it is, you need to back out of it a little bit.
You don't want the muscle to over-contract. We don't want to defeat why we're stretching or how we're stretching it. So if you put too much tension on it, you'll actually defeat the purpose. And then release the tension a little. If you want, you can spin the ankle. So we can always work on, most of us, on mobility to the ankle, and then go the other way. So you can let the strap, you can let your hands make that circle happen. And then put the stretch back on. Again, a gentle stretch in the back of our left leg. So some of us will feel it here. Some of us will feel it here. Some of us will feel it here. And if you're more flexible than me, you'll be able to go up even higher. And then release the tension. Both ends of the strap in our right hand, left arm out to our side. Put a stretch on the leg, flex the foot, and then bring it across the body. So you're going to roll onto the right hip, reach through the left heel. We don't want to let it rest on the floor. Keep it up. If you need more of a stretch, bring it up higher towards the right shoulder. Try to belly breathe. Good. Inhale and exhale. Everything comes center. Release the strap. Slowly lower the leg back to the mat. And then wiggle it out. And now we're going to change sides. So step the left leg in, and the strap goes around the ball of our right foot. Extend the leg. Again, hands can be high or low. A gentle stretch in the back of the right leg. Toes to the nose. And then release the tension. Then let's go ahead and circle the ankle. Again, you can let that strap, you can let your hands work that strap in the ankle, and then go the other way. And then put the stretch back on when you're ready. Toes to the nose, heel to the ceiling. And then release the tension slightly. Both ends of the strap in our left hand, right arm out to our side in a T position. Stretch the leg, flex the foot. Roll over onto the left hip, bring the right leg across the body. Again, don't let it rest. Keep it up high. If you need more, bring it up closer to your left shoulder. Want to keep the right shoulder down on our mat. And again, tension, not pain. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Everything comes center. Release the strap, place it off to your side, and then lower your leg back to your mat. Wiggle it out, wave with the foot. And then going into our final relaxation. Knees can be bent, knees can fall in, or legs extended long, or any position you want to put yourself in to finish. Let the arms come away from their sides, and I encourage you to just kind of squirm, wiggle into it. And then let the muscles relax just a little more with every breath. Till you get to a point where you're letting the floor, your mat, completely hold you up. Lengthening our breath a little more with each exhalation. Taking one more slow belly breath together, please. And staying longer in relaxation pose if you'd like. If your time allows. Or bring the soles of the feet together and the palms of the hands together. Rub them back and forth. And then cup the hands over the eyes. Circle the knees around into the chest. Opening our eyes. And then bring the hands to the knees. We can roll to our right to come up to seated or roll like a ball coming up on our third rock. Nice and rounded. And then finishing in our easy seated pose. Bringing our hands to heart center and Namaste. So thank you for joining practice with me today. And so again, hit the reset button sometimes, refresh on the computer so that we can help renew ourselves. So again, Namaste. Thank you so much.